As the summer days start to fade away here in Southeast Florida, we start to see the first signs of fall. It's not the leaves changing, and it's definitely not the temperature dropping, but to the Southeast Florida fishermen, the first thing that you see is what's called the mullet run. It's a big push of silver baits the size from your finger all the way to the size of your hand, swimming down the beach, and it is a sight to see, a sight of epic proportions, if you will. The mullet run's an exceptionally unique time, and I think it's very unique to Southeast Florida. It's somewhere that you can see massive schools of bait with massive tarpon, snook, and sharks just gorging themselves on these silver bait fish. Good morning, or should I say good day. I just spent the morning out here fishing on the pier, trying to catch some big fish on some live mullet. A couple days ago, I was out of town, but I got a call from my good friend Alec, and he told me that he just had experienced one of the most epic pier bites that he had ever seen, and that's saying a lot. We had fished this place as kids when it used to be absolutely epic. There used to be so many fish here, and he told me it was one of the most unique, one of the craziest things that he's ever seen. So even though it's a couple days later, I decided to give it a shot, knowing that the conditions were probably going to be significantly different. When I started out the morning, the first thing that I noticed was there was an exceptional amount of mullet sitting right in the surf. So I didn't make my way all the way out to the end of the pier like I typically do. What I decided to do was sit in the surf, try and catch a couple mullet and fish them right where the mullet were, because my thought process was, if the mullet are here, the fish are probably here.
He ran through.
Oh, so he's hooked up over there.
And we're gonna
the line is all the way over there, and there's a tarpon on the beach.
Ryan is gonna save the day with the Cuban hand line. No, yeah, little free. Oh, got it? Not yet. Little more free line. Shrubs out of your way.
Oh God.
Juno Ryan saves the day.
Oh God.
Almost saved the day. Juno Ryan saves the day.
All right, we got it over here.
Should I cut it?
You want to splice it?
Yeah.
Holding on. Feel the tarpon swimming this way. He's splicing over there. This thing's just going straight towards the pier. Whoa, watch that rod tip. Get some tension on him this way so he doesn't go under again. Is it? No way. No. You kidding me? Well, we thought it was a poon. Big old Jack Crevalle.
Full motion.
Yep. God, dude, that hook is hanging on for its life. Yo!
Touchdown!
Big old Jack Crevalle. Oh, that was a teamwork. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Now he's gonna become a 50-pounder. Let's go. Hey, that's good teamwork, man.
You see y'all kids in the inlet.
So I just got one single treble hook rigged on this little rod, and that is for snagging a mullet, snagging bait. Certain fish are legal to snag, mullet are one of them. So just using the treb, I can get one mullet at a time and then fish it and don't have to really mess with the cast net or anything. They're like sitting like 6 inches deep, right? Like just so you can't see them. There we go. And there we are. Mullet snagged right in the face. A lot of times you'll snag them in like the gill or something and then they'll die. This actually works out well. I just got a little circle hook, probably too small for this mullet, but we're gonna give it a shot since that's what we got rigged on the rod. I'm gonna flick him out there on flat line. I already got one on bottom right here. Here we go. Fish on. Don't know what this is. Has to be a shark, right? I think it's a shark. That's aggressive head shakes. Oh yeah, look at that running. That has to be a black tip. Just ate that free line mullet. Oh my god, well it's a tarpon.
Now the bottom rod gets hit.
And now the bottom rod gets hit. Well, it's got a circle hook on it if it does. That thing is angry. Hope I hooked him good. 60-pound leader?
Oh yeah, 60-pound leader takes on the world. Yeah.
I'm good. Hey, my first rodeo.
That pole's kind of big.
If that bottom rod gets hit, it's got a circle hook on it. Thank you.
As Peanut would say, said anyway.
Said anyway. All right. So what we don't want to happen is this tarpon go under the pier on us, because there's no way to stop a freight train of a tarpon underneath the pier. So I want him to get pissed off and just decide to go straight out that way again and get a little tired out. Maybe get another jump out of him or something like that. Don't do that to me. I'm coming straight your way. Yeah, buddy, go that way. That's what we want. There you go, run that way. No, 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 not out. Go towards the beach. Coming down. Grapple tight. Got it. Tarpon. Coming down. I'm gonna come over top you. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, Valkula.
Tarpon.
Tarpon. Oh my god. Wow, big tarpon, man. Damn. Oh, we'll go over here, over here.
The live end, go over.
Oh no.
Over.
Oh, that's going.
Over.
I feel it on the piling. That's it. Whew. Well, that was fun. Oh, that wasn't it. I appreciate you though.
I was like, oh shit, lamp. Almost like.
Thanks, man.
Got majority of it.
Well, yeah.
So, if you guys couldn't tell what happened in those GoPro clips, hooked that tarpon down here on the beach, took a nice long run, went out, and then he decided he was gonna go straight east, straight down the pier, and he wanted to stay like straight up and down, like 10 feet away from the pier, which is not where you want to be, because at any moment that tarpon can decide he wants to go underneath, and it's really, really hard to stop a 100+ pound fish from going exactly where he wants to go. So, walked him down, and then once you hit the end, it's like the busiest part of the pier, right? There's a bunch of people out there. Some know how to fish, some know how to get out of your way, and some don't. So tried to work my way out to the end and managed to get around most of the people. I was almost to the tee, but right when the fish got to the armpit, he decided he's gonna go under. And I hadn't been putting enough tension on him, hadn't been in control of him enough at that point in order to try and turn him and get him to go out. So I gave it one good effort and turned his head, but then he decided that he wanted to go in that armpit, and a tarpon that's still green, like that fish probably had another, you know, 10, 15 minutes of fight in him. There's no way I can turn him, even with the super, super big rod. They're just too strong, and a 9-foot rod does not give you enough leverage advantage. So he went underneath, got on a piling, broke me off. But it is what it is. I probably wasn't gonna be able to really get hands on that fish being on a pier. Unless they swim to the beach and you have someone to assist you to jump off the pier and go on the beach, you're not really gonna land them. So it would have ended up being, I would have broke the line and hoped that the hook would have rusted out or something of that nature. So got a good fight out of him. It was pretty cool. Felt a really, really good bite on the mullet. Now, I'd like to get a snook.
Is that a tarpon? Oh, dude, that was a landable one. So I just hooked something underneath that's definitely not a snook. I had to loosen up significantly because it's just running all the way on the other side. Travis might be able to snag my line. Yeah. I'm just loose drag right now, letting it run the opposite direction. Yeah, you ready? Oh, I f***ed up. You might lose that. Did it?
Oh, I got your life back.
It literally I cut it right at the splice to the braid. That had to have been a shark, I think. Running like that. Maybe it was a tarpon jumping.
It could, but it never jumped though. Oh, did you feel it jump? Oh no.
Obviously, I did not do my splice right, as you guys saw. I cut my line for some reason at my reel as opposed to at my guides, which is just a terrible decision. Regardless, that shark cut me off, so I wouldn't have landed him anyways. But if you're ever gonna try and do a cut and splice, cut it above your tip, not at your reel. That was just bonehead mood on my part and a total disaster of a splice attempt. I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what rods and setups I was using today, and if you like me going over setups and tactics and techniques like that, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It does help out immensely. So this first one, this is an Ocean's Legacy. It's a 7.2, rated for PE3. Just a lighter rod with a Stratic, or not a Stratic, a Twin Power 4,000 15-pound braid. I always like to have a little rod like this for any fishing situation. It's going to give me a lot of versatility. Use it to catch bait, use it to catch smaller fish, use it to throw lures, like I was just throwing this slingshot here, trying to catch some fish on it. Absolutely always want a little rod. Again, Ocean's Legacy, 7.2. It's equated to like a 10 to 20 pound rod if you have no idea of that, but super light. Love this thing. I've been using it a lot for a lot of different applications. Next up is what I was flatlining with. So this is a custom made rod. It's a CalStar 900M. So a blank that I don't even think is made anymore. I've had this rod for like 10 years. It's rated for 20 to 50 pounds. Absolutely love it. Use it for a lot of things. I had it wrapped by a tackle shop that I worked at called Juno Bait way back in the day. The Van Staal VS250, some 50-pound braid on it, and I was fishing 65-pound leader and some circle hooks earlier when I was swimming all those mullet. So just pretty simple rig. I think the circle hook was a 4.0 Gamakatsu, kind of like a Mewtwo style circle hook. Last combo is, this is a 9-foot rod built by Juno Bait way back in the day. It's like 12 years old, honestly. And it is a Lamiglass blank. So this blank I think I bought for like $40 when I was a kid. They were on sale back when 9-foot rods were a lot more common, and had the rod made, and you know, it's stuck with me ever since. I even got my little name on there way back when. This reel is an Accurate Turn 600. Honestly hasn't been my favorite reel, but it's been getting the job done, and it's kind of like my go-to bottom setup. So that's what I use for, you know, I think I used 65-pound leader on that as well. I was using a 3-ounce egg weight and then like a 4.0 circle hook. I go through phases where some days I like J's, some days I like circles. I lose a fish on a J, I'm gonna fish a circle, and vice versa. So it is what it is, but today I was fishing circle hooks. So again, if you guys like me going over the setups, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out immensely. Let's get back into the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Mullet just got 8 on the flat line. Don't know what it is yet. Probably a shark, but we'll see. I'm gonna come over top your head.
Go ahead.
And let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, let's see.
We're clear.
I think I'm dragging one line, to be blatantly honest.
Come on, Brian! Yeah!
Big shark.
Over.
Coming over your head.
Yeah, Brian. Oh, no. Over.
Want me to grab this one for you?
Yeah,
All right, I got
Let me
it.
hold it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Over. Yeah. You got it, Brian?
Oh yeah. Got it?
Yep. Come on, Brian. Woo! Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over your head, sir.
It's a different.
Sorry.
Another tippy. Got one on?
Oh, it's the wrong kind of tarpon.
The brown tarpon.
The toothy tarpon.
Oh yeah.
Make me famous, Ryan.
You gotta catch one of those things first.
Already got my butt beat by a tarpon. Oh, he's about to cut me off right here. He just turned around.
Oh, yank and crank, block drag.
Stop up. CalStar's not working unless it's bending in the foam.
This thing is so angry. I don't know how he hasn't cut 60 yet.
My bait.
I've been watching him all morning, just out here.
Makes me off on hooks.
Look at the cobia.
God, this thing's angry.
Someone get the jig.
So you guys can't hear my drag coming off my reel is good because I broke the clicker in it, but this thing's pissed.
Broke the clicker from hooking too many of those things.
I think I got this repaired, and like the first tarpon I hooked, I broke the clicker. Like I was like, ah, sick. I had one clicker on this reel when I bought it for like 5 years. There we go. Now it finally cut me off.
Man, I'm about to just fish 60.
Oh, it was a shark.
Oh, I was just kidding about the cobia.
Chewed right through, but it's still fun. Circle hook at him for a pretty long time.
Typically this time of year, you're gonna find an exceptional amount of snook in the mullet schools. For some reason today, as far as I could tell, the snook were not keyed on the mullet. They actually were out at the end, and they're on a school of pilchards, which you don't see this time of year. Usually by the second week of September, all the pilchards leave the pier and the snook kind of turn on to mullet. But the snook still seem like they're kind of in a summertime pattern, even though this weekend, from what I was told, they keyed in on a mullet. They kind of flipped back to pilchards because the pilchards are still around. Interesting, but kind of annoying because I wanted to catch a snook on a mullet.
What critter do you got here? We don't know, right? We just hooked something random on a big old bait.
Blacktip snapper.
Big old blue runner.
Used a blue runner.
Still down there. I see that.
Blue snapper.
100-pound cubera.
You know it's still there.
Highly unlikely.
It's a Goliath.
Catching
tiger
cuberas in Florida.
But we got
Told that.
a bait pod right here, bait pod out there.
Water.
There's mackerels airing out.
Going up.
You can see one black tip, two black tip right there. I'm just swimming around. Whole lots of activity. They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Big tipper.
It's a black tip shark.
Yes, big tipper.
So you just broke them off, let them go?
Yeah, I just broke them off.
Nice. It's a fun fight though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
Ray didn't want to
Something
take it.
It's something to you know, keep you entertained when the fishing gets slow.
It's definitely slower right now.
Tarpon, sharks, saw some big jack crevalles, just a whole lot of fish feeding on mullet. Didn't get a big snook like I wanted, didn't get to land a tarpon, but like I was saying earlier, you know, you can't really land tarpon on the pier. You gotta get exceptionally lucky and have them be in the right situation. But overall, fun afternoon on the pier. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in that next one. Later.